YouTube family, it's your girl Leah, back again with another video, and as you can see from the title, it is another foundation review Friday. And today's foundation is a foundation that you guys have been burning a hole in me to review. You guys know, if you don't know, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. If you're a part of the family already, you know I have dry skin. So every time I see a comment from you guys saying, try the Estee Lauder Double Wear, try the Estee Lauder Double Wear, I'm like, but y'all know. But y'all know, y'all trying to set me up for failure or not? Because if you guys know, Estee Lauder is known in the beauty community by a lot of people as one of the best mattifying, oil controlling, oil-free foundations out there. So a lot of oily skin people love this. I know this is Jackie Aina's favorite foundation. So anything that she super loves, usually I tend to hate, and it's pretty much the opposite of what I need. But we're gonna jump in this anyway. Estee Lauder paired with Octoly was so amazing to have sent me this foundation for me to review today, and I'm so thankful for that. I haven't even opened it, so you guys know this is a first impressions video. This is my first time trying this foundation, and I want to try it on camera with you. The reason it's a first impression, typically my foundation reviews are me wearing the foundation Monday through Friday throughout the week. This is a first impressions week because I haven't worn foundation this entire week. This hair has been so like giving me a natural vibe, and if you see, I don't have makeup on right now. This hair works well with like giving me a natural vibe. So I didn't even pop out the foundation until today. So we're gonna first impression this thing out. Now, if you're new to my channel and you don't know, I list every foundation that I've reviewed on this channel down below. So you guys can see, oh, she's this in Maybelline, she's this in Revlon, she's this in MAC, she's this in any shade that you wanna know what I am, is down below for you guys. You guys know I got y'all. If y'all need to know what I am in Fenty, that's down below. I got y'all. So this is the foundation and what it claims. It is for all skin types, 15-hour staying power, it looks fresh and flawless throughout heat, humidity, non-stop activity, won't change color, smudge, or come off on clothes. Lightweight and so comfortable you won't believe it's long wear. Medium, buildable coverage, and won't clog pores. So this is what the foundation looks like. It retails for $42. You get 1 fluid ounce, which is standard. You do not get a pump, which for $42 you won't think you will get a pump, but that's neither here nor there. You do not get a pump with this foundation. Let me preface this by saying I had to order this online, but I pride myself on usually being a good judge of foundations online. So we will see today if this matches me perfect. So there are 38 shades on the Estee Lauder website for this foundation. There are 11 shades darker than 5W1, so I think that's actually a good thing. You know, I hate when my foundation shade is one of the last and there's only 3 darker, because clearly there are a lot of people who are darker than my skin tone, and we need representation out there. I've heard a lot about this foundation. I've heard it through the grapevine that this foundation is very mattifying, so I'm going to drench myself in my primer today, which is the Smashbox primer water. Don't mind if you see a lot of sprays going on. I already know what I'm getting myself into with this foundation. So now my face is primed with this foundation. Since this is the first time I've ever tried this and I don't know whether it's going to apply better with the brush or the Real Techniques sponge, I have my brush right here. It is a Morphe E31 brush, and then I have this huge, you guys see how huge this Real Techniques sponge is? It's massive. So I'm going to apply 1/2 of my face with this huge Real Techniques sponge and 1/2 with the brush, just to see which one is the better one. So let's get to applying. So now I've gone ahead and applied the foundation to my face with both the sponge and the brush. I would have to say I don't have a preference of either product for real. The sponge side is a little bit more dewier, I guess. It has a little bit a tinge of sheen, which I like, which I need because I'm dry skin, and this side for me looks like it came on a little bit more fuller coverage. This kind of came on a little bit more radiant, kind of dewy coverage, but in all honesty I really can't tell a difference between either side. Now, as far as the shade, don't mind my little monster ears. I hate bringing my foundation up to my eyes. This is reserved for my concealer, and I don't like layering concealer on top of foundation, so I have this little raccoon eye effect going on right now. Don't you even worry about that. That will be corrected in a minute. But about the shade match, I would have to say it's very warm. So they do break down their shades, cool, warm, neutrals. I did get a little bit of a warmer shade, but I think as far as matching me, I see the warmth, but I think I got a good shade match. Now, of course, I'm going to let it settle down for a little bit. Initially, with a lot of foundations, I'm like, oh, this is me, and then a couple of minutes later, I'm like, what was I even thinking? You know it's not you. But this does kind of look like it's a good match for my skin right off bat. But I have to say, overall, I don't feel the matteness yet, but I know it's coming. Just based on what other people say about this foundation, I know the matteness is coming. But let me not play around. Let me go ahead and apply the rest of my face and come back and give you guys my thoughts, and then I'll come back later in the day and give you my end of day thought. So I have gone ahead and applied the rest of my face. On my lips, I have NYX High Voltage Lipstick in Feline. I am really feeling this. I don't know why I've never picked this out of my collection. I've been had it, but I've never picked it out, but it's amazing. And for highlight, Kiko and Octoly were so great to send me this complimentary. It is the Kiko eyeshadow that everyone talks about as one of the top highlighters out there. And this is what it looks like. Oh, I'm more for the subtle, like, hint of gold type highlighters. That's what I have right now on my cheekbones. I have it on my nose, over my cupid's bow. I actually even put it on my eyelid, and I used it as an actual eyeshadow. I never see anyone use this as an actual eyeshadow. They always use it as a highlight. But this is an amazing highlight. It is a dupe for so many other high-ends out there. Highlighter is on point. This isn't fully about this highlighter. This is about this foundation and what I think about it. I have to say, shade match after going upstairs, looking in the mirror and everything, perfect. I am the foundation whisperer. I know. I can pick things out online, and I knew that bronze was gonna fit me perfectly. This product has one of those bottles where you kind of can't tell what exactly shade it is. You can get an idea of it, but you really need to test. And the great thing about this being a high-end product is you can go in the store and actually test. So if you don't trust me and you don't believe in me that 5W1 bronze is your shade, you can always go in the store and see, okay, this actually doesn't match. Maybe I need 5C1, or maybe I need 5N1, whatever. You have options with this. I didn't bronze as much today. I did around here and I did here, but I wanted this area to be kind of clear so you can kind of get an idea of if this is a true shade match, and I think it is. Now, I went upstairs and I knew I was being set up for the okie doke when I looked in my big mirror and I saw how dry it was on my skin. It's very matte. I'm getting up in camera right now, so it's not picking up. Of course, you can't pick up matte that well on camera, especially not on my camera, but it is very, very matte foundation. One of the mattest foundations, if not the mattest foundation that I have in my collection, which is amazing for oily skin people, which may not be so amazing for dry skin people, but you guys wanted me to test this. So I am testing this out. I'm gonna go on about the rest of my day and come back and show you guys how it wears at the end of the day. So now I am back. It is about 5:15 in the evening. I am filming now for my end of day thoughts, just because I'm about to lose natural sunlight. You guys know I'm a big fan of filming in natural sunlight, but I wanted you guys to see how it looks after about 7.5 hours of wear. This is kind of the canvas you have, and me being a dry skin person, I can wear a foundation for 12 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours. I can wear it for a pretty long time, and it's gonna look consistent on me. I don't have oils or anything to seep through. I don't need to blot. I don't set my foundations with powder. I don't need to, so I don't have any favorite powders out there. So yeah, any foundation that claims to be 12 hours, wear it. I always come on this camera and tell you, yeah, I can wear it for 12 hours because I have nothing that really combats it. Now, this is what it looks like after 7.5 hours of wear. I'm gonna get up in the camera. The only place I've seen creasing is, of course, right here in my spine lines. That's always to be expected. After 7.5 hours of wear, I can expect it. It didn't crease until about hour 2, which is good for me. Like, I smile a lot. I'm a happy person. So smile lines, always an issue with me. But in terms of this foundation and what it claims to do. So I'm looking at the back of the box, and I'm going to go claim by claim and see if it really holds up to that for all skin types. That's the first place I want to start at and say, I don't know if it's for dry skin specifically. And I say that just because I look like I have makeup on. I look like I have a lot of powder makeup on, and it's not powder, it's a liquid foundation. And I look like I'm made up for the gods. Like, I think this is definitely an amazing oily skin and combination skin foundation. Now, 15-hour staying power, I think it does have amazing staying power, and I'm coming from a dry skin perspective. So on me, my dry skin, it takes a foundation a lot to not stay on my skin. Now, looks fresh and flawless through heat, humidity, non-stop activity. I did just run a couple of errands today, and of course, me being dry skin, like I say, everything kind of looks the same. I think my products all look still amazing on my face. My contour is kind of still there. My blush always disappears. I don't know what it is with me and blushes, but my highlight, you guys know I use the Kiko highlight, and it's still there. It still looks radiant, and I think this is one of the saving graces on this foundation. This is what kind of makes me not look as kind of dry, is the fact that I've highlighted a little bit. So I have areas on my face that look very luminous. If I didn't have a highlight on, I think I would look very flat, very two-dimensional, very much so made up. So I think the highlight does just add a little bit of glisten to my face. This foundation claims that it won't transfer, so let me test it on. I have a paper towel, plain paper towel. I'm just gonna put this. Oh my freaking gosh. So this is a paper towel. Oh my goodness, I did not expect that. This foundation doesn't transfer. I can give people hugs. I just went to my homecoming this past weekend, and you know when you run into people, you giving people hugs, and you feel self-conscious because you got foundation on, so you got to do the raised head hug. Like, you gotta give them a hug, but face away from the body type thing. But this foundation doesn't transfer. That is very surprising. Okay, when it says stay in place, it really does stay in place. Okay, this might change a couple of my opinions. Let me continue on with the rest of the claim. Is it lightweight and so comfortable you can't believe it's long wear? I think it's not as lightweight as you would think. It definitely feels like I have foundation on, so I won't go, pound for pound that it's definitely lightweight. I do feel kind of foundation full on my face, but that could also be because I'm dry skin and it's a mattifying foundation. Medium to buildable coverage definitely fits that claim. Definitely would give it no less than medium, and I think you can definitely, doesn't take much to get a full coverage. I almost think that my foundation today is a full coverage. So yes, those are the claims. I think for me, cons, and these are just dry skin cons. With a dry skin, you're definitely going to feel like you have foundation on your face. You're definitely going to feel a little bit madder than you're normally used to. You're definitely going to be up close and kind of see the foundation. It's going to look powdery, and it's going to give you a powdery finish. So that's my only concern with me being a dry skin person. I like a more luminous finish, and this foundation won't give it to me. So as far as pros go with this foundation though, so many pros. For an oily skin person, I don't know why this wouldn't be in your life. Now, I wish it had a pump. It does not have a pump. That is kind of a con. But if you have a MAC pump, you can use MAC on this bottle. Estee Lauder makes MAC foundation, owned by the same brand. No pump. You do get 1 fluid ounce, which is average. I think it's so long wearing. If you're looking for something that's going to be so long wearing and you are an oily skin person, definitely pick this up. I think there's so many shade matches. The shade matches me beautifully. So if you are like me, if you see my skin tone and you're like, this is me, I am that girl, then 5W Bronze is going to be for you. But if you're not, there's so many options for you out there. They have the undertone. So many brands don't do the undertone. So many brands don't do the neutral undertone either. They do cool and they do warm, but they don't really do neutral. This brand has the neutral, so definitely be on the lookout for that. So I give the shade ranges a big thumbs up. I give the transferability that I just found out about. I am still amazed that this is still white after like literally pounding this into my face. Like, I am literally dabbing this into my face, and the napkin is still white. Can I get a clap for that? That is amazing. So is this a Lea Lavon recommend? Definitely recommend if you are oily, if you are normal, if you are combo. I would say you need this in your collection. If you're a dry skin person like me, I'm happy that I have this. I'm having tried it now. I'd say it looks amazing on camera, films well. I, being dry skin, I am enjoying it right now. Would it be my everyday foundation? Absolutely not. I love a sheer coverage for every day. But if it's for a special occasion, definitely in love with this. So yes, if you guys enjoyed this foundation review, give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to me already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at Lea Lavon 89. Make sure you're following me on Snapchat at Miss Talia 89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.